do I suddenly like hate every part of society?
You gotta really not do that. Like those of us who do that, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Those of us who are.
I'm telling you about a mind trick. I'm not telling you about something real, right? So if you're coming in halfway to my conversation, don't judge me, right?
I would never do that. I'm just saying, I understand how that can happen. I think people are all yucky and they're all different from us and they're all like, pretentious fucking, consumers.
Here's what pissed me off.
I understand
It wasn't that. It was that I was looking at all the things that are there for people who don't need them, but never there if you need them.
Like loans from the bank. It's all like that. Everything's like that.
Yeah, and I didn't know everything was like that. And I had this filter. You know what I mean? Like everywhere I went, it was like I saw this whole different world.
are you a clean and safe?
Hey.
You look like you wanted to steal a banana.
1 second.
Did I?
8.
That's what he said.
That's
But
what
I wasn't
Munjan
a
said
shopper.
too.
I wasn't a shopper, I was a shoplifter.
Munjan said that.
Everything's fine, please continue shoplifting. Yeah, so that was mega weird. And then I started, like later, what I took from it is I looked around at the city and it did seem uncanny about how many things are here as amenities for people as long as you don't need them. If you need them, you're not allowed.
As long as you're contributing to the pathological fucking Babylonian industrialized system around, then you're good. But if you try to, buck that system, there's elements there that are gonna, pop up as perceived obstacles,
It was very, very weird.
People are prejudiced, people judge you. Sure.
I also couldn't look people in the eye after that. That was very strange. I rode on the bus and I had that weird experience in the store where I kind of realized that I looked like a mess and I didn't look like I was really going to buy that banana. And I got on the bus and I couldn't look people in the eye and it was fucked up.
I'm to the point where I wake up here in the morning, I have zero, self-consciousness about, I'm sleeping in the sidle out there and to judge me. None of that.
Right.
And I also don't look at them as being, so here's the thing. If people on a worldwide level and on a personal level will keep our attention on the things that make us the same as opposed to the things that make us different, it's very, very helpful. A lot of times I see cops walk by or, brothers and sisters in suits or whatever, and they'll be already assuming you're going to judge them. They're like looking at the ground, they're already thinking you're going to judge them being a yuppie or whatever fucking stereotype they want to associate with that.
That's why they look at the ground is because they're assuming that you're going to
some people, yes. And
that is fascinating.
Many people, yes. Like cops, for example, and then when I say good morning to them, they perk right up, like good morning. And they're self-pleased. And I'm not judging them. I treat them like a human being. I kind of live for breaking that barrier anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can judge us and stereotype us, and we can make the same mistake in return, in a converse situation. But if we don't do that, we help to build, the human family and spread our human-based system of values that we're living in accordance with here as wide as far as it will go.
Well, this is going to sound really, this is an admission, right? But it would, when somebody would judge me and they were making an assumption, every fiber in me was like, wow, this would be really easy to just tell them I'm demonstrating them and I'm going home now. And I thought, my God, that's really prejudicial crap if I say that. So for the sake of my friends who I'm here with, I never said that. But the fact that I wanted to get out of that situation by just saying that, I'm not really African American, I'm just Hispanic,
right.
Or something, whatever I would say
right.
was going to be wrong. So
right.
I just said, hell with it.
Right.
So, but I don't know, this has been a real challenge as far as my mental processes.
Yeah, I understand. It's for everybody. To not judge and to not judge yourself is one of the most, difficult hoops that human beings have, or obstacles they have to get by. Like if you, if you refrain from judging yourself all the time and judging people, it's like a huge jump. It's like basically the goal of most all spiritual practices is to quiet your internal voice.
You know what mine is now? Card guilt.
Yeah, right. It's fine.
House
guilt. You're good. You're good, sister. You're awesome.
I have house guilt now. I have an apartment.
Street kids are like that. Oh, I heard a housey. Look, that's all bullshit. I lived in a house most of my fucking life. I was a security guard for years. I'm saying it doesn't mean shit what you do, where you live. It doesn't mean who you are, who you help people, what you do when it comes to, you care about people and stuff like that. But
between Angela and I mean, there are uses for the cars.
Well, yeah, that's beautiful. You guys have cars. I mean, hey,
we have cars.
It's beautiful. You guys have cars. Yeah.
We have a car. The City Hall Hotel has a car.
You're awesome. I told you you're awesome today. Let's finish what I was saying earlier. The goal of spiritual practices is to quiet your internal voice, your internal dialogue, because most of that chatter that goes on inside your head is just the voice of judgment, unnecessary judgments.
Yeah.
Like anytime you encounter anyone, you should silently wish them good energy, good fortune, good blessing, whatever. Whether you say it to them or you wish to do it silently. And if you're doing that more often, there's less time to be thinking about, are they judging me? Or they think I'm a hippie? They think I'm a fucking bum? Or they think I'm a fucking alcoholic or something?
Well, yeah, but actually there's less of it out here.
I believe it.
I feel less of it. I think one of the appeal of being outside, in addition to being around outside, just the earth, not the apartment, and the communal experience, depending on one another. There's also the fact that I am not thinking about whether my lips are chapped right now when I'm talking to somebody and how they feel about that.
Right.
Because that person might be, having a rash or something, and I might, I don't know, have whatever I have going on.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think that we fret about the little things to keep bigger things out of perspective.
Yeah. Totally. I find living outside, there's much more time for me to actually interact with people, to share creative energy like in the art circle and stuff, and just without thinking about, this guy lives in a better house than me, or I have a nicer car than he does, or, I have nicer shoes than he does.
I've done that with people who are well off. I've never been like, you have that, and you don't deserve it for whatever X, Y, Z thing. I never think that.
Right. But when you live inside, though, it's something that is in the back of your mind. Like, you know where you live, and you know where your friends live, and somewhere in the back of your mind, there's a little competition going on there, a little bit of comparison at least. Living outside, there's none of that. We're all out here. It's almost like we're all equal. It's easier to recognize our equality when we're not in a house and all this crap.
And I think there's something good about solidarity for people to have homes to come out and be outside. I don't know if it's today or after I am making a decision that our friends who live outside are not going to be just in their own predicament.
Right.
Go back to your own problems.
Right.
It's not their problem, it's all of our problems.
Right on.
But anyway.
You see the sign that I made out here? I made one sign so far since I've been here. It just says, people here are living in accordance with a human-based system of values, rather than a money-based value system. That's what it comes down to. Do you treat people like your friends or family? Or do we treat people like corporate, this insane mentality? Oh, you don't have money? Sorry, you're dying there. Fuck off. I'm going to keep going and get my money.
I want to type this as that.
It's insanity.
I'm going to write this down on the video and say that.
A child can recognize that it's totally insane. But when you treat people like you want to be treated, see someone who's hurting, you can help them, you help them. Or whatever, they help you. I'm telling people who just want to lay around, be lazy, and be enabled their whole life. But it's like you worship money. You believe money is the end all definition of who you are and whether I can help you or not or any of that shit. It's capitalism.
Speaking of, I gotta get
Go for it. And now.
Because stem cell research only contaminates still a human body. Anyway, stem cell research as a way to cure diseases, only if you can afford it.
change. I don't know. I could come along. Where are you going?
It's all a search for wisdom. See, believe everyone that says they're searching for truth, but nobody that says they found it. Because that's all we are all searching for, wisdom and truth. On this road of faith. You know, and none of us will ever have all the answers. You know, we probably won't even have most of them.
But collectively,
Collectively, we've got all information and knowledge and everything. That's what we call dictation record, the collective consciousness. That's way more deep than the
it's just we're so deep in all of this.
That's what my original discussion was about before, see? We're trying to avoid that. You know, but a lot of people don't get that. This isn't just about one organization or another organization snooping outside your name. It's about there's going to be a bloody fucking war on these streets in every city in this country if we don't change it. We've got 3 or 4 years to fix that and make that not the case. But if we don't do it, then we're all going to be dead. Yeah, this government will be permanent and be hotter in this fucking country because nobody's fucking living in it.
It's gonna be like a messed up version of Shakespearean play.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, we got the guy's
name.
Harry and Gary, right?
Yeah. Steve. I think the guy's name is Steve.
Meerkat Manor. I would like the whole world to look at me as like I'm Flower on Meerkat Manor. I love the way she ran her meerkats.
Did you get Amelia?
There's
We're not getting our box back? She camped with it in solidarity.
I'm working on it.
It's over there?
Oh.
Yeah, little.
Meerkat Manor.
They tried to put up an option. I'm all in. I could role play like that.
At least 30 years. You ever seen Meerkat Manor coming live from Portland? Homeless people are like meerkats. Watch out. No. That's a lie. Because most homeless people are nonviolent, and meerkats, they eat each other. Ow! Give me a hug this morning, Tim.
Jesus Christ. I mean, forgive me for being rude all morning.
I feel I've been cocky and rude.
But in 2010, it was legally recognized as the current government. Oh, well, since it's being live streamed, people can actually look this up, yeah? As of 2010, the Republic of the United States of America was legally recognized as the de jure government of this country. And the government of the United States of America is a fiat government or counterfeit government that's legally recognized as a false entity and a corporation. However, that doesn't change anything that's going on, because just because the UN recognizes something doesn't mean they're going to change without being pushed to change. Again, hence why I'm here trying to stop a fucking war. We have less than 4 years to stop warfare on these streets. within the next 4 years, if we cannot find a peaceful solution to all of this, then we're all going to be dead. Because we will not win a war against this corporation. It can't be done. I would love to say it could. I'd love to be optimistic about it, but it's not a realistic possibility. Therefore, we need to find a way to peacefully stop all of this and revert it back to what it is supposed to be. My brain stops functioning when the camera's pointed on. You know, I think if we could find a peaceful solution to this, if we could make this government step down, legitimate government take place, we can avoid mass warfare. We can avoid all our friends and family and children being killed. You know, otherwise, the United States of America is just going to turn into another Fallujah, or another Libya, or another Kandahar province. There's just going to be death and destruction and explosions. Women and children being blown up and murdered in large scale. That happens in a very small scale. It still happens, but soon, if we can't fix things, it's going to happen right here on the sidewalk. Like, instead of seeing what you're seeing now, you'll be seeing people getting shot, stabbed, and having grenades thrown at them.
You try to pick up a picket sign and go get something sharp through your neck.
Yeah, there you go. So you understand it. We don't want that. I would love a completely peaceful, non-violent solution, because the only way for a peaceful regime is a peaceful takeover. Violence only brings more violence. We've proven that through history. That is a fact.
That's because the loser holds a grudge and we feel the need to stay prepared.
Yeah. But, you know, if that's what people don't seem to get, is that, yeah, guess what? We can go shoot every politician in this country. It won't fix anything. It won't. That's fucking dumb. Right, what we need to do is we need to figure out a way to communicate where they understand it and we understand it, you know? It's...
And where it might be profitable for them too.
Like, you ever read The Godfather?
Yeah.
It talks about in there how, you know, all your situations and all of your issues can be solved in a simple conversation. If you can get the other person to be willing to sit down and discuss it in a logical manner.
When Mary goes,
take emotions out of it, take personal perspective out of it, take yourself out of the picture, just sit down with logic and talk.
Parks that blue car over there.
But
At the very end. And she went in here about 20 minutes ago.
Because within a year, this is all the things.
Yeah,
Well, not less than 4 to do. I just don't see that.
Move all the ordinances
But maybe I'm
to
being
prevent
pessimistic.
people from,
Maybe it's changing.
from sleeping comfortably and safely. But I think those with minds, with brains, should also vacate the scenes of violence.
That is true. Because you see, if we do fail, and if war is what happens, we still have the option of walking the fuck away.
Yeah. And we should try to lead as many people away as possible.
Because just because we lose and we can't find a peaceful way to fix things doesn't mean we've got to go pick up a gun. We can just grab everybody we know and start walking the other fucking direction.
It does mean that we can defend ourselves along the way.
That is true. You can defend yourself in any situation no matter what. I just believe that having everybody in this country being dead is not going to be a positive solution for anybody.
No. Which is why we appeal to the cowards. And the cowardly side of those with guns. Because sometimes being a coward is fun.
No, it's not cowardice. It's simply surviving to fight another day.
I see cowardice as just another tool of the survival instinct. If you can use it.
Because what do they call you? What do they classify a coward as? Usually somebody who runs or somebody who hides and tries to find shelter and not get involved in the fight. But you know what I classify that as? Somebody who's not fucking stupid, that doesn't want to pull up their fucking head. You know?
I'm not dying for this country. No, thank
I'm
you.
not dying for anything. I don't personally believe in dying. I may. We all die eventually. All of us have our matter changed from what it is to what it will be. You know, I think I explained that to you. All things in existence are just different frequencies of electrical vibrations, and no matter's ever created and destroyed. It just exists, transfers. So us being dead isn't us being dead. That was long before Einstein. And it's been modified since, but that's irrelevant. The thing is, death isn't death. Death is just matter transfers. We're turning from what we are into what we will be until we are something else again. It happens to everybody and everything. 500 years, these buildings aren't going to be here. In about 100 years, you and me aren't going to be here. About 1,000 years, these trees aren't going to be here. But something else will be there to take its place.
Well, there might be one of these trees here. Who knows?
That is true. Trees live a long life.
You got the time?
$8:18.
I got a meeting with
Damn, you're
in his world.
and in the wrong section of town.
Government has to. I got enough for a day pass, so I could just go buy a ticket right now.
Yeah, you go down to the Max and you validate your ticket inside the ticket validator, and then you go on your little bus thing and you're like, just wander around all day till you get there.
How do I get my chart from under Senor Pablo? It's on. Just click.
anything going on today in the anything on the calendar? Spokes Council. Thursday. Didn't have it last week. What do you report back? You busted out here from southeast.
Walker bus.